I just found this awesome automation and you gotta check this out.
Could you share what made you pause on completing the purchase?
Too expensive, and then also I was just kind of browsing for Black Friday shopping.
I totally get that. Black Friday can be overwhelming with all the deals. The good news is, with our exclusive 40% discount, your total drops from $9.90 to just $5.94. It's one of our best offers this year. How does that sound?
This AI agent calls all of your customers that abandon their checkout and gives them a discount code. This is perfect for Black Friday sales or just any other sale for your e-commerce store. We're gonna be using Zapier and Synthflow in order to make this possible. Let's hop into it. All right, so here's the workflow inside of Zapier. We're gonna emulate this. I'm gonna show you exactly how to create this. Also, we're gonna come into Synthflow and actually create our assistant here. So first of all, let's come over to Zapier and we wanna create a new Zap. And we're gonna make the trigger for this. This is going to be Shopify. Trigger event is going to be new abandoned cart. So we need to make sure to set up an abandoned cart automation inside of our Shopify account. So make sure and do that. I'm not going to go over that in this video. So continue. Abandoned cart age, let's just say 0.01 hours. So whatever the equivalent is for that in minutes. And then what we want to do, let's test this trigger now. And you could see that it pulled these records from when I was testing this out previously. So let's continue with that. All right, so what we're gonna do here is we're actually gonna make the new step. It's gonna be called Formatter by Zapier. We need to format some text here. So we're gonna make the action event. It is going to be numbers. From here, what we need to do is we need to transform this original phone number we capture in our abandoned cart. So let's do format phone number. The input, let's map this from Shopify. So go ahead and find where it shows the phone number. Here we are. And then we want to go to format. It needs to be this one right here, the E164, where it has a +1. Otherwise, our call will not be triggered inside of Synthflow. So that looks good. Let's test this. It should now add a +1 to this phone number. Okay, so let's test this step now. There we go. That's working. And we need to do a couple more formatter steps. This is the boring part. We'll get to the real meat of this video later on. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over to numbers, and then we want to transform this, and we need to look up perform math operation, because we need to take the original price of their cart and add a 40% discount to it in order for them to take advantage of the sale. So what we're going to do is we're going to do multiply, and we're going to do input. Go ahead and map this price field from Shopify. So total price. And what we want to do is we're actually going to say 60% because that's the equivalent of a 40% discount. So let's test this step. And now the output is 30. What we need to do now is we need to turn this 30 into $30. So again, we need to add a formatter by Zapier step here. We want to transform let's do format currency, input. We need to come back to our previous step in the output there where it says 30, and then change the currency to US dollar or whatever currency you are working with. And this now will add a $sign to it. Perfect. So now our AI voice assistant could use these variables in the conversation. So now let's go set up our AI voice assistant with Synthflow. First of all, you're going to come over to assistants, click create assistant, and you can see I have my outbound assistant here. I'm going to call this Black Friday agent. And what we want to focus on is the prompt here. So this is my prompt. I basically write out who the user is. Here's my prompt here. I'm not going to show you how to configure this. You could do that for yourself. So we're going to write our prompt. Basically, I'm prompting this to act as a representative for Amazing Shirts and essentially help them with the Black Friday sale. And I have some structure of the conversation of how I want it to emulate, but we don't need to go over that necessarily. Go ahead, prompt this however you want to prompt yours. What we need to do here is let's copy and paste this prompt, and we need to come over to Zapier. Next step is we're going to go to Synthflow. Make sure to add the action event as create a call. So that way when this trigger happens, it then sends a call. Make sure to connect your Synthflow account here. And if you're going to connect your Synthflow API, what you need to do is come over to deployment inside your assistant and then copy and paste API key here. We need to actually copy paste the model ID. So copy this right here, paste that, the phone number. What we're gonna do for the phone number is this is the phone number for the Shopify user in order to call them. So come down here, Shopify phone number. The name, let's also map that name so we could use that in the conversation. And then the prompt, come back to where we had our prompt inside of Synthflow. And we need to copy and paste this entire thing and add it inside of Zapier. So that way we could actually use custom variables, which if you don't know what a custom variable is, that's essentially the information from previous steps. So we could then take the numbers that we actually made with inside of this Zapier workflow and use it inside of here. So instead of using dummy information, it will actually use real numbers. So right here where I have this number, I need to say, take the total from, add the original price of the cart. So the $50, it took our total down from $50 down to, and then we need to come down to our Formatter by Zapier step where we calculated the discount. So the output is 30. So we're going to come down to here where we have the output of $30. And so now it'll actually tell us our discount on the phone call. So let's continue with that. And this should be all set to go.
Hey there, am I speaking with Brock?
Yes.
Awesome. This is Alex from Amazing Shirts. I noticed you left some items in your cart during our Black Friday sale, and I wanted to let you know about an exclusive 40% discount we have just for today. Do you have a moment to chat about it?
Sure.
Great. So I'm guessing the items in your cart were ones you were considering buying, right?
Yep.
Perfect. Could you share what made you pause on completing the purchase? Was it the price, shipping, or something else?
Honestly, it was just too expensive, and then also I was just kind of browsing for Black Friday shopping.
I totally get that. Black Friday can be overwhelming with all the deals. The good news is, with our exclusive 40% discount, your total drops from $9.90 to just $5.94. It's one of our best offers this year. How does that sound?
I guess that sounds good.
Awesome. Would you like me to help you complete the purchase now with the discount, or would you prefer I email the details to you?
Sure, let's just go ahead now.
Great choice. Let's get started. First, head back to your cart on our website. Let me know when you're there, and I'll give you the discount code to apply at checkout.
What's the discount code?
The discount code is BlackFry40. Just enter it at checkout and you'll see the price drop. Let me know if you need any help with the process.
That's all. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So there we have it. Whenever we have a new customer that adds something to our cart and they actually don't check out, we actually then send them a phone call using Zapier in order to make this possible, as well as Synthflow to actually create the voice assistant. All right, guys, there we have it. Make sure to sign up with Synthflow below if you want to replicate this automation, as well as use Zapier. If you guys want more content like this, going over different AI use cases in your day-to-day life, make sure to subscribe to the channel. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.